Well, welcome. We'll begin by sitting up nice and tall, grounding through our sit bones, and just wiggle into your spot. Like find that perfect placement of the tailbone and the sits bones so that you can lengthen up through your spine, through the crown of your head, and relax your shoulders. Begin to inhale to the count of 3 and then exhale to the count of 3. Moving it up to a 6 and 6 count. Feeling the breath moving up and down the spine, up the front of your body. Maybe imagining the breath rolling over your shoulders and down your back. Making the breath fluid and circular. And then coming back down to a 3 and 3 count. Coming back to your natural breath, we'll begin to rock the head from side to side. Dropping the chin down towards your chest. And then bringing the head back to neutral. From here, we'll bring that left hand to the floor. Right arm reaches overhead. Breathing into the right side of your body. And then bringing that right hand behind the head. Bring the gaze up towards the ceiling, opening up that right shoulder and elbow. Coming back to neutral, walk the right fingertips over towards that left ear and then drop the right ear down towards the shoulder. Walking the left hand out. And then releasing, bringing the head back to neutral. The right hand comes down to the floor. Bring the left arm overhead. Coming into that side bend and then breathing into the left side of your body. Bringing that left hand to the back of the head, looking up towards the ceiling, opening up that left shoulder. Slowly lifting the chest, coming back to neutral, walking the fingertips over towards that right ear, and then dropping the left ear down towards the shoulder. Walking the right fingertips out to deepen the stretch in the right side of the body. Bringing the head back to neutral as we release, bringing the fingertips down to the floor, then flipping the palms up. Inhale, lift and reach up towards the ceiling. Clasp the hands, reaching the palms up. Relax the shoulders. Bringing the gaze up towards the hands, opening up the mouth, dropping the jaw and relaxing it. Bringing the head back to neutral, the hands come behind the head, and then bring the chin towards the chest, relaxing the elbows and the shoulders. Bringing the breath up and down the spine. Allowing gravity to stretch the neck. And then bringing the head back to neutral, open up the elbows, drop the head back into the palms as you bring the gaze back up towards the ceiling, opening up the chest. Nice big breath. And then bringing the head back to neutral, releasing the arms, opening the legs up into a wide V. Turn towards that right leg and then hinge forward. Continuing to drop that left hip down, lengthening through the crown of your head and breathing into any tightness. Slowly coming up, turn towards that left leg and hinge forward, dropping that right hip down to lengthen the right side of the body as you fold towards that left leg. Now coming back to neutral, we'll bring the soles of the feet together, dropping the knees out to the sides. Bring the arms underneath the legs, palms facing down. Walk the hands away from the body, coming into turtle pose. So draw the shoulders away from your ears as you lengthen through the crown of the head, really lengthening the spine as you drop the tailbone down towards the floor. Taking a couple of breaths here into the back of your body. And now we'll flip the palms up, slowly lift the chest and the legs, coming into flower pose, drawing the shoulders back and down, opening up the chest. Keeping your head in line with your spine. And then slowly release the feet down. From here, we'll bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Hands come behind us. So we're going to move into a tabletop position. Planting the hands, fingertips pointing towards your body. Press through the palms, lift and open the chest. Now you can stay here or lift the hips up, moving into your tabletop. Keeping the knees stacked over your ankles. Head stays in line with your spine, big stretch across the front of the body. As we slowly lower the hips down, keep the chest lifted, releasing the palms from the floor. Bring the right foot up into a half boat. So you can keep the fingertips on the floor behind the legs or open up the palms. Keeping the chest lifted, shoulders moving back and down. Go ahead and release that right foot down, lifting the left leg up, drawing the belly in towards your spine. Bring that left foot down, engage the core muscles, and then lift both legs up into a full boat. Releasing the feet down, and then we'll come onto our hands and knees. Placing the shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Begin to round the spine into cat. And bring the crown of the head and the tailbone up for cow. Exhale as you round. Draw the chin in towards your chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, drawing the belly up towards the spine. Inhale, crown of the head and tailbone moves up. Couple more rounds at your own pace, moving with your breath. Pressing the floor away to get your deepest stretch. And then inhaling as you lift and open your heart. From here, we'll come back to neutral. Walk the knees out towards the sides of the mat and then sit back towards the heels, coming into a child's pose. Releasing the forehead down to the floor. Now walk the hands out so that you're coming into an active child's pose. Hollowing out the armpits, maybe bringing the fingertips to the floor and lifting the centers of the palms up. One more breath here into the back of your body. Allowing the hips to sink down, stretching the pelvis, the hips. And then we'll slowly lift the hips up, walk the knees back underneath the hip sockets, walking the hands out in front of us, coming into a puppy pose, dropping the forehead back down to the mat, hollowing out your armpits. So you're really opening up the back of the body. Continue to move the tailbone back and then drop the forearms down to the floor, bringing the palms together. From here, we'll bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling or towards the spine. If you're not feeling much in the shoulders, then just walk your elbows away from your body. Slowly releasing the palms back down, lift and walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. From here, we'll tuck our toes, lift the tailbone, press back into downward facing dog, bringing the ears in between the arms, alternate the heels down towards the mat. Now bringing both heels down, stretching the spine, reaching that tailbone up. Now we'll shift forward, bringing the shoulders over the wrist, coming into a plank. So you may need to walk your feet back slightly. And then go ahead and chaturanga all the way down to the floor, bringing the belly onto the mat. Keeping the hands underneath the shoulders, bringing the tops of the feet to the mat. Engaging the core muscles. Inhale, lift the chest without using the hands. Exhale, slowly lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more rounds. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. And exhale. Now just relax the arms. From here, we're going to bring that right leg up. So keep the toes pointed, the leg stays straight, pressing through the hip bones and engaging the core muscles once more. Being aware of the low back. And then release that right foot down. Take a breath here, recenter yourself if you need to, and then bring the left leg up. Slowly lowering it back down. Take a breath, and then bring that right heel in towards the body. So keep it here or reach around with the right hand to grab the foot or ankle. You can always use a strap if that's available to you. Tucking it in towards the body. Breathing into any tightness in the hamstrings, the hip, quads, whatever you're feeling in the moment. And then release. Recenter yourself and bring that left foot in. Again, keep it here or bring that left hand back to meet the foot or ankle. Slowly releasing. Now we'll bring the arms out to the sides. Bring that right cheek to the floor. From here, we'll walk that left hand in, press through that hand, and then roll onto the right side of the body. Keeping that right arm extended out behind you. Either stacking the legs, or you can bring that left foot in front of you with the sole of the foot on the mat. Breathing into any tightness in the shoulder or the pecs. Couple more breaths here. And then slowly releasing, coming back onto the belly. Extend that left arm out and then bring the left cheek to the floor. Walking the right hand in and then slowly turning over onto that left hip. Again, stacking the legs or bring the sole of that right foot to the floor. Slowly releasing, coming back onto the belly, and then we'll bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, and lift up into your plank. Drawing the belly up towards your spine, taking a couple of breaths here, and then lift the hips, press back into downward facing dog. One more breath here. And then coming down onto our hands and knees. From here, we'll sit back towards the heels and then come up onto the knees. Bringing the fists to the small of the back, drawing the elbows towards one another to open the chest. Keeping the hips stacked over the knees, we'll move into a camel pose. So your choice, lots of options. Just lift and open the chest with a slight back bend. Keep it here. Or if you have blocks, you can bring the hands down to the blocks or to the heels. So wherever your body feels most comfortable in the moment, keep it there. Listen to your body and breathe. Slowly coming back to neutral. Bring the hands back down to the mat, coming back onto all fours to neutralize the spine. Just take a couple of breaths here. And then we'll sit back, bring the legs around front, and then come down onto our backs. So go ahead and bring the knees in towards the chest, hugging them in for a couple of breaths. So compressing the belly towards the tops of the legs, massaging your inner organs with the breath. And then go ahead and release the left foot down to the floor. Bring the right ankle on top of the left leg. Keep it here or bring both legs in towards the chest, maybe wrapping the hands around that left leg, coming into a figure four. If you're not feeling much in that right hip, just move the legs over to the left just slightly. Breathing. Now slowly bringing that left foot back down to the mat. Keep the legs crossed the way they are, and then lower them over towards the left. Keeping the shoulders flat on the floor. Nose stays pointing up towards the ceiling. Hands go wherever it's comfortable to you. Back to center. Again, keeping the legs crossed the way they are. Now we'll bring them over towards the right. Stretching through that left hip, down the left side of the body. Now coming back to neutral. Place the right foot on the floor. Recenter yourself if you need to. And then bring that left ankle on top of the right leg. So again, keep it here or bring it up towards the chest, maybe wrapping the hands around that right leg. Finding your deepest stretch, your edge, listening to your body, relaxing your shoulders. Now releasing that right foot down to the mat, keeping the legs crossed the way they are, and then bring them over towards the right. Bring the legs back to center. Keeping the legs crossed the way they are once more, and then come over towards the left. Lengthening the right side of your body. And just remember to listen to your body, that the legs do not have to touch the floor. And come back to neutral. From here, we'll release and move into a happy baby, bringing the soles of the feet up, maybe holding on to the feet, ankles, or legs. Gently rocking from side to side. And then releasing the feet. We'll move into a twist. Extend that left leg out on the floor, bringing the right knee in towards your chest. From here, we'll bring that right knee across the body. And then bring the right arm out, looking in that direction. Coming back to neutral. Releasing that right leg as you stretch it out on the floor, pressing through your heel, keeping that leg nice and active as you bring that left knee in towards the chest. Go ahead and cross that knee over, bringing the left arm out, looking in that direction. Relaxing your shoulder. And now coming back to center. From here, we'll bring both knees in towards the chest. Arms can come down by your sides and begin to circle the knees around, giving the low back a gentle massage. Using your breath with the movement. And then begin to circle in the opposite direction. Coming back to neutral, place the soles of the feet back on the floor, bringing them about hip distance width apart. Press through your feet, lifting the hips up into bridge, keeping the nose pointing up towards the ceiling. Neck stays nice and long, maybe drawing the chin towards the chest as you lift the hips. From here, we'll bring the arms overhead, laying them out on the floor. Taking a few breaths here. And then as we slowly lower the hips back down, coming down one vertebra at a time, keeping that length in the spine. Once the hips hit the floor, stretch the legs out. Pressing through your heels and reaching through your fingertips, lengthening the body. Giving your body one last big stretch. And then we'll move into Savasana, bringing the arms down by the sides, or hands can come to the belly. Bringing the awareness back to the breath. Allowing the breath and your mind to quiet and settle. Taking a few more moments here for yourself and with yourself. Begin to bring the awareness back to your body, gently moving the fingers and toes, gently rocking the head from side to side. And then when you're ready, rolling to the side. From here, we'll slowly come up to seated. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.